Brian Santamaria, and this is my work. So look, I started collecting cacti a while back, and then I think it was my love for plants that led me into ceramics. And this is an example of a box that I made, and it was a very complex process because I made a bowl and then I deconstructed it, and I use the pieces that I ripped by hand to create this organic form. So this is an agave titanota, black and blue, in the vessel. Okay, so to achieve some of the organic forms and what I like to call imperfections, which I love, I like to go to nature and get inspired. So these are examples of some of the tools. This is a little, like a coconut seed that fell off a tree, and I sand it and I use a rock. I love this piece. Then I have one here that has horsehair, and I can make texture with this side as well. This one I've been using a lot. It's a little piece of coral that I found in Bali, and I put it together with some bamboo sticks and a little bit of hemp. This one is great for giving texture and also making a shape. This is a volcanic rock, perfect for shaping. And so yeah, these are examples of how you can get inspired in nature and find all the tools that you need. This here is an agave Victoria Regina, and I love this piece matched with this plant and this vessel because I think the composition is just beautiful, and I mean it's really heavy, but it'll be its home for a while. I used Black Mountain sculpture, fires at cone 10. I added sodium silicate and white porcelain slip. And then again, I made a vessel and I deconstructed it, and I used the ridges and put together a piece. Just, a lot of thought and time went into it, and I like that because wherever I was in my life at that moment is here in this pot, and it will live there for a while. This one was a hand-built piece that I did. This is a Fires at Cone 5 electric brown. And what I did for texture here was I used a piece of driftwood that I found in Maui. This is a Brometalia brevifolia. They grow in the crevices next to the waterfalls in Argentina and Chile. I love it. It has the shape of a heart, if you can see that. It'll grow like huge, like a big ball of plant. It's beautiful. Euphorbia pseudoglobosa. I like how simple the vessel is and the contrast that it has with the plant. I think the shining, it allows the plant to be seen, and it's a delicate piece. If you were to touch this, a little bit of like some kind of white milk substance would come out. I like to put a big drainage hole there, so that way you can water it, and it's not gonna rot the roots or anything. It's important for them to have drainage. And then finally, this little guy right here. This is a mammillaria. It produces flowers that are like, they go around like a crown, and they have like a peachy, pastel-y kind of color. This one's really healthy. If you can see, it's pupping everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4 pups. And I love that little like woolly quality that it has. This is Echeverria gigantea. It's a little bit more common, the plant. Interesting because it was this color and now it has changed. I think this happened when it was cut from the mother plant. And, the vessel is Rodsbod. One of my favorite clays to use. It's this Fires at Cone 10. Once again, huge like drainage hole. I put a little bit of chicken wire so it can hold, everything in. And then I like to think about everything, even the topsoil. Sometimes I collect this, I'll like go on my motorcycle through the canyons and I'll stop at different places, and I have a little bag, and I, just dig out a little bit of like rocks, and I use them, because it just makes the piece look more natural instead of just having the soil up there. There's a little spider. Oh, I see it in there. That's crazy. So I like to respect whatever life form is happening, because at the end of the day, this is a little habitat. And then I wonder what's going to happen here with all this new growth. Maybe it's going to flower. I don't know.